year for Soto. The other guys who have done that, Barry Bonds, who did it twice, swing and a miss here, 0-2, and Jeff Bagwell, who did it twice. That's it. Those are the only other guys who ever put those particular numbers together.
There really aren't too many guys that have come across this league that possess those tools and utilize them in that way.
Choking up here behind 0-2, the pitch, and Soto takes outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 40 or more homers, 30 or more steals, 120 or more walks. Now, I don't think he's going to get to the 30 steals again this year. But nonetheless.
You get to those numbers when you're healthy for a full season. He's already missed time this year.
1-2 is just low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Tried the backdoor to sweeper there. Close, but no cigar. Just off.
Benj at first, 1 out, 2-0 Mets in the third. 2-2 the pitch. And Soto takes way outside, so all the way full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I don't think they tracked number of at-bats that go from 0-2 to 3-2, but if they did, Soto would probably lead the league most years.
I would 100% agree.
See if Benj runs. He does. The 3-2 way up and away. That is ball 4. So now first and second, 1 out for the Mets, and that is the first time that Soto has reached base in this series. First walk of the day for Vasquez.
Vasquez had to get his traffic cop helmet on. First and second. The Mets trying to apply some pressure as Young comes to the plate.
Ruben Niebla will go out to Chad. Visit to the mound brought to you by the Window Depot. If it's time to upgrade your home, start with low everyday prices on in-stock windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, and flooring. See them in National City or online at thewindow.depot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store. Vasquez, of course, the last couple of years, because of the traffic cop thing, has gotten so many ground ball double plays. So he's more than capable of getting that ground ball when he needs that ground ball. A little less so this year, understandably, because for a lot of this year he hasn't had as much traffic. But certainly in that position now, and you got a guy up Young who, despite the fact that he hit the home run here on Friday night, has hit a lot of ground balls this season. Comes up with Soto at first, Benj at second, and 1 away. 2-0 Mets. In the top of the third inning, the mound visit is over. Runners will take their leads. First pitch from Vasquez. Young looks and takes a sweep a little low. 1 ball, no strikes. Vasquez at the ready. A look back at Benj. Now the pitch. And Young fouls it off himself in the batter's box, 1-1. First and second, 1 away for the Mets. They have scored each of the first 2 innings. Pitch is low, 2 balls and a strike. Cashed in Benj's lead single in the first. Simeon, the lead homer in the second. We'll see how it goes here in the third. 2 balls and a strike to Jared Young. The pitch swung on, sent in the air, straightaway center, shallow. Merrill jogging in, still coming. Now he's there, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Runners both head back to where they were. Benj to second, Soto to first. And for the Mets, it'll be left up to the young center fielder, A.J. Ewing.
A.J. Ewing has been impressive in the first 2 games. I could see a scenario in which him and Benj flip-flop in terms of who would be the leadoff guy. Ewing has showed a terrific eye and certainly a repeatable swing. 2-out position here. Randy going to have to lock in to retire Ewing. Just watching his at-bat last night against Mason Miller, I thought was extremely impressive.
We have not seen a lot of 21-year-olds take that kind of AB against Mason. Left-hand batter with 2 on, 2 out. First pitch swinging, sends it in the air to center field, straight away and deep. Merrill drifting back. He is right in front of the wall with room to reach up, make the catch, and end the inning. So Randy Vasquez plays traffic cop and strands a pair here in the top of the third. Mets lead it 2-0. And now here's what's happening.
Now that baseball season is in full swing. Get ready for Major League winning. You join the most generous Players Club in Southern California at Valley View Casino and Hotel. Join and receive over $200 in free instant offers to enjoy at San Diego's favorite casino. Signing up for the Players Club is always quick, easy, and free. So visit valleyviewcasino.com to learn more today.
For nearly 50 years, Perry Plumbing and Pipelining has been stepping up for San Diego. In this city, when it's the bottom of the ninth and a pipe bursts, you need a cleanup hitter. Perry has been that call since 1977, earning the trust of the people who know the game best. When San Diego plumbers need a plumber, they call Perry. That's a reputation built one pipe at a time. Perry Plumbing and Pipelining, the plumber other plumbers recommend. Call Perry today.
Try the new Jensen ground beef and pork patty. A rich blend of beef flavor with sweet, savory pork for a delicious burger every time. Taste the Jensen difference by picking up a box at Walmart. Jensen Meat, a proud sponsor of the San Diego Padres Radio Network.
San Diego sports fans, it's Tony Gwynn Jr. Summer baseball is heating up and backyard season is in full swing. TimberTech decking delivers resilient durability and the beauty of wood without sanding, staining, or splinters. Beauty of wood without sanding, staining, or splinters. And select collections feature top-rated fire resistance. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at TimberTech.com. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
In the bottom of the third inning, Tatis, Merrill, and France with the Mets leading 2-0. Second inning of work for Sean Manaea, who's come on after the opener, Brazoban, and his first pitch fastball is taken upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Fernando opened the game. It's going to sound like a mistake. It's not, with a 3-pitch walk. Takes inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Brazoban was issued a pitch clock violation before he even threw his first pitch of the day. Here's the 2-0, and Fernando looks at a cutter that backs up, clips the outside edge, and a called strike, 2-1. So yeah, Brazoban began the game with a 3-pitch walk, followed by a 9-pitch walk. Here's the 2-1. Tatis swings through a cutter that came in this time, and it's 2-2. That one, I think, caught a piece of Torrens.
I think Toddy had thought about challenging that previous pitch and thought wiser of it. Torrens taking a little bit of time after getting nicked up a little bit after that last pitch.
So while Torrens walks it off, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
Hi, this is Jake Cronenworth from the San Diego Padres. You're listening to Padres Baseball on the Padres Radio Network.
An Odyssey Sports Station.
With Tony Gwynn Jr. and our producer-engineer Dave Marcus, I'm Jesse Agler. 2-0 Mets, bottom of the third. Pitch to Tatis, line right back to Manaea, who made the catch. And a reach down and caught the baseball, 1 away.
Fastball, inner third, and Toddy goes up the middle with it, and good reflexes by Manaea, able to catch it on the fly.
It was hit just gently enough that Manaea had a half a click to think about. Here's Merrill, lefty to lefty. He takes inside, ball 1.
And as he was able to process it, the ball hadn't yet gotten by him. It was still in front, so he was able to react and make the play.
Yeah, process probably a better word than think. Here's the 1-0, and Merrill fouls it back. If it's a screaming line drive, it's into center field. But a little bit gentler than that.
Yeah.
Now the 1-1. Merrill looks, and the sweeper runs away, misses outside. 2 balls in a strike.
That ball was hit at 80 miles per hour, so it gives you an idea of, I guess, in the 80s, not soft, but how soft it has to be in order for you to be able to process that fast.
2-1, grounded foul right side.
That ball's another 10 miles per hour fastball, faster. It's by him.
Now, you'll see guys sometimes make catches on harder hit line drives, but it's just
it has nothing to do with them.
Maybe just a reflex.
Right.
Yeah.
Reflex, or the glove is already where the ball is going.
No processing. 2-2. Merrill takes outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jackson, who's already walked once. That was against Brazoban back in the first. It was a well-earned 9-pitch pass. 2-0 Mets here in the bottom of the third. 3-2. Merrill takes right down the middle at the knee. Strike 3 call. First K of the day, and 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd.
Just a sinker, really right down the middle. Catches Jackson by surprise, and he goes down looking.
Ty France now will take outside ball 1. Terren's going to challenge that pitch.
It's challenging.
There's a sweeper that was kind of wrapping around the outside part of the plate. Certainly close, and it was a ball. Just barely. Half an inch outside. So Terren's will lose a challenge for the Mets here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-0 to France. Minaya delivers. And Ty swings through a fastball. 1-1.
Fastball up in the zone. Ty swings through it.
Now the pitch. And France swings and misses. This time at a changeup, 1-2. So Sean sped him up, then slowed him down. And ahead of the count.
And front side had already exited for Ty, and he really had nothing else to swing with. Able to sneak it by him to move the count to 1-2.
Minaya trying for a 1-2-3 inning. We haven't had one in this game. And France lines it out of play right side. Padres threatened each of the first 2 innings. In the first against Brazilia, but not able to cash in those opportunities. 1-2, Minaya delivers, and France takes at the top of the zone. Strike 3 called, so back-to-back Ks, and a 1-2-3, bottom of the 3rd. Head to the 4th at Petco Park. It's the Mets 2 and the Padres nothing on the Padres Radio Network.
Hey friends, it's Woodsy here. San Diego Water is rock hard and trashing your pipes. My family's used EcoWater SoCal for years, and we will never go back.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Promise to San Diego remains the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
June is packed with exciting giveaways like the Bogey Goes Boom bobblehead, thanks to Palomar Specialty Insurance this Tuesday, and the Padres Western Snapback hat, brought to you by Petco on Monday, June 22nd. Visit Padres.com/giveaways for the full lineup.
Marcus Semien swings at the first pitch, lines it pretty much right at Jackson Merrill in center field. He makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. In the top of the 4th inning, 2-0 Mets, and for the first time, Mets will not have the leadoff guy reach base.
Hard hit, right at Jackson Merrill, right in his tracks for out number 1.
Fred Beatty, the batter, struck out his first time. Vasquez has not been perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but as has been the case so frequently as of late, the Padres starter, kind of doing what you would normally say is enough. But the Padre offense not doing their end of the deal, at least to this point. And the scoreboard tipping the other way. First pitch on the way, and Beatty takes high. 1 ball, no strikes. Semien, Beatty, and Melendez in this 4th inning. 1-0 the pitch. And Beatty takes it low. 2 balls, no strikes. Top of the 4th brought to you by Genesis Home Improvement, San Diego's trusted painting, roofing, and window company. The 2-0. Beatty swings inside outside in the air up the left field line. Long run, Samad Taylor. He'll get to the side wall, but it's well into the seats and out of play. 2-1 now to Beatty. Beatty was the very, very fortunate Met to have been wearing the uniform number 22 when Juan Soto arrived in Queens. Luck of the draw, I'd say.
Really?
2-1 pitch, and Beatty rips it on a line over France. That's a fair ball down the line into the right field corner. Rounding first on his way to second. Bowen's throw will be cut by Tatis. An easy double for Brett Beatty with 1 out here in the 4th.
Nasky 2-0 fastball away. Beatty fouls it off. This time he tries to go in. And Beatty again all over the heater. Keeps it just inside that right field line. 1 out double for Beatty. And Nasky not quite as sharp as we've seen him in some of his past starts.
Now Melendez, left-handed batter. And he will take a sweeper strike, 0-1. So yeah, Beatty was wearing number 22. Soto shows up. He understandably and predictably wanted his number, his old number, 22. Yeah, Beatty was a young guy. No problem, sir. Fouled back, strike 2. And as has become the tradition of Major League Baseball, Juan took care of him. Beatty now wears the number 7. Beatty also now drives a very, very tricked-out Chevy Tahoe.
That's money. That is, it's good to have the right number at the right time.
I'll tell you what. Beatty had previously been driving his old Toyota 4Runner. He said he had it since high school, had over 100,000 miles on it. Wasn't really in a rush to replace it, but Mr. Soto took care of that. 0-2 to Melendez with Beatty at second, 1 out. The pitch from Vasquez is inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Love that. Beatty living within his means. And then all of a sudden he's blessed with 22, and here comes Juan Soto.
Now he's very happily wearing the number 7. 1 2 strikes, and the pitch to Melendez fouled off the catcher Fermin. When Soto got to the Padres, I believe it was Nick Martinez who was wearing number 22. And as memory serves, Nick, he'd been around a little longer than Beatty, so he had kind of rubbed his hands together. He had a whole plan around the thing, and I believe he wanted a boat. The 1-2 is high.
I believe you're right.
2 balls and 2 strikes. And, Soto at this point had not signed the gigantic contract.
He was a couple of years away still at this point.
I mean, he'd made some money, don't get us wrong, but that was not going to happen.
No.
Here's the 2-2. And Melendez goes down, hits it in the air to right field. Bowen started back, now in, and on the move, he'll make the catch. Round number 2 fires into third base, shows off the arm a little bit there. Beatty back to second base. Torrens coming up. Mets lead it 2-0, and Soto did not go for the boat scheme, but did gift Nick a very nice one.
Hey, you got to shoot for the moon.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's virtually, for a baseball player, like winning baseball lottery.
Yes. I would imagine, especially if you're somebody like Beatty, barely in the major leagues at that point. But yeah, even I guess if you're anybody,
right?
Torrens fouls it.
No one is picking a number with the hopes of someone coming to the team to take their number so they can hold it hostage.
There is one story I've heard about a number thing that, and I'm not going to be able to tell the story probably for another 50 years, maybe 30 years. I hope you and I are still doing this together. The 0-1, Torrens swings, hits it in the air to deep left center field. Merrill and Taylor both going back, and Taylor right in front of the wall will reach down, make the catch, and retire the side. No runs ahead. Beatty is left at second base, and after 3.5, it's the Mets 2 and the Padres 0 on the Padres Radio Network.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows.
bubblegum blowing contest. It was fun. It was at a time when Topps included bubblegum in their baseball cards, and that was the gum we used. These are all my baseball cards. The Topps one is right there. It's developed into somewhat of a big nostalgic thing, and there are a lot of people that, that's one of their favorite baseball cards. It's kind of crazy.
$50 free for your first trade. That's promo code FREE50. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulation before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Machado, Bogaerts, and Andujar coming up for the Padres against Sean Manaea. Mets ahead 2-0. And here comes the lumber, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers. Fix it, build it, enjoy it. Machado 0 for 1. He flew out to center field back in the first inning. That was against Brazoban. Becomes the final guy to face Manaea. Came on in the second after the opener. And he takes a low ball 1. Manaea with nobody on, as was the case as a Padre, likes to work quickly and delivers a fastball strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Manaea will kick and deliver. Machado grounds it foul right behind third base coach Bob Henley, and the count is now 1-2. Pitch on the way. Manny checks, takes outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mets are down to 1 ABS review. Padres have both of theirs. 2-2. Manaea will turn and deliver. And Machado swings and misses at a fastball, strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Manaea, and they have all come consecutively. Merrill and France for the last 2 outs last inning, and now Machado for the first out here in the fourth.
Padres.com is your official source for Padres tickets. Don't miss exciting matchups, must-have giveaways, and incredible promotions. Enjoy the best ticket pricing, most availability, and secure purchasing at Padres.com. Get your tickets at the official source. That's Padres.com/tickets.
Xander Bogaerts takes low ball 1. Bogaerts' lead single in the second inning. That was the introduction for Sean Manaea in this game, and for Xander, it snapped in 0 for 15. Padres had a first and second, nobody out situation. In the first inning, it didn't score. They got the lead single in the second inning, didn't score. Now all of a sudden, Manaea on a little bit of a roll here, trying to break that up. Bogaerts lifts the hands, but takes a strike on the inner half, 1-1. Now the pitch, and Bogaerts checks his swing, takes inside, 2 balls and a strike. Mets couple of runs on 5 hits. Padres being shut out on the 1 hit. Bogaerts lead single in the second. Xander takes outside here, 3-1. Padres have had other base runners. Remember, they began the day with back-to-back walks against Brazoban. Manaea also walked Samad Taylor in the second inning. Here's the 3-1. Bogaerts takes on the inside corner, a called strike, 3-2. Xander considered a challenge. You could see it. And then thought otherwise. Very close. So 3-2 to Bogaerts. 1 out, nobody on. 2-0 Mets. Here's the pitch. And Bogaerts hits it on the ground to the left side. To his left. Beatty collects it. Third baseman slings it across the diamond in time. 2 down. Batter will be Miguel Andujar, who hit the ball well towards the left field corner his first time up. And MJ Melendez, getting the start in left field, went back, made a great diving catch on it. Juan Soto had started the first 2 games of this series in left field. I don't know that's a play Soto makes. Andujar fouls it back out of play, strike 1.
I think that's pretty safe bet there that Juan doesn't make that play. Obviously, would have been a run on the board for the Padres there, but Melendez with the nice stretched out dive.
The 0-1. And Duhart takes outside. So the count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the pitch, and Andujar takes down and in, 2-1. Anaya's ball strike ratio not great, but obviously he's been effective here. 48 pitches, maybe 49 so far. 27 strikes, 22 balls. Grounder to first, handled easily by Young right behind the bag, and he will step on first base and a second consecutive 1-2-3 inning. As we said, Manaya all of a sudden on a row. 7 in a row have been set down. Go to the 5th.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell.
He'll be all right.
He put this show on, and he got a standing ovation.
Sitting off for the Dodgers.
Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
All tied up, 3 apiece into the bottom of the 6th inning. Matt Olson leads off for the Braves.
Oh, hang on here. How far is this one going to go? Is it chop house bound?
Keep flying.
Yes! Just enough mustard for Matteo.
It's got to be the Sox. And you can see Matt, he didn't think he got it. You can see by it. But again, you look at those flags, the way they're kind of going.
And he gets it out of here. A moonshot to give the Braves the lead back at 4-3.
SoCal views, a full bar, poolside bites, and day passes now available. The new hotel tower with some seriously luxurious suites and a super secret speakeasy. It's the mini vacay you've been craving. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place. Book your experience at hamulcasino.com.
Top of the order for the Mets in the top of the 5th inning. They've got a 2-0 lead on Randy Vasquez. Carson Bench to start it off. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and a run scored. Swings at the first pitch, make it 3-4-3. Line drive, base hit into right field. Bench has scored one of the 2 Met runs and not been able to get him out so far today.
Again, this is bad execution. Sweeper ends up right in the middle of the plate. Bench for this 3rd knock of the afternoon.
Bo Bichette, the batter, he swings at the first pitch, fouls it away. Bichette doubled in the first, struck out in the 3rd, 1 for 2. Today's question of the day brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. If you have questions about your health, visit kp.org/San Diego. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare. Question comes from Colby in Vista. 0-1 line foul the other way. 0-2 on Bichette. Colby wants to know, when the offense is slumping big time, how do pitchers stay motivated? That's what Colby wants to know. How do the pitchers stay motivated?
Pretty simple. It's their ERA that ultimately is on the line, not the offenses.
0-2 line the other way into right field, and a base hit. 2nd knock of the afternoon for Bichette as he lines that one through the right side. Back-to-back singles to begin the top of the 5th inning for the Mets. And they are once again threatening here against Randy Vasquez.
Fastball, they want it in. Vasquez misses out over the middle of the plate, and Bichette continues his hot hitting.
I would say right now, Randy Vasquez has been very fortunate.
Yes.
I mean, if you go back and you look at the chart from this game and where the pitches have been thrown from Randy, there have been a lot of them right down the middle. And the fact that it's only 2-0 to this point, he's been fortunate. First pitch to Soto, swung on and missed. 96-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-1. Now, see how long that luck lasts. And if he's able to continue to get away with it, but there is action in the Padre bullpen. And it's not because of pitch count. He's beneath 70 still. 2 on, nobody out. Pitch to Soto is way outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's not a missing in terms of out off the plate or out of the strike zone. He's in the zone, maybe a little too much.
Yuki Matsui is warming. Bichette and Bench take their leads at first and second. Pitch to Soto, way outside, ball 2. Yeah, he's only walked 1 guy.
I mean, in terms of filling up the zone, he's doing that, but you typically can only get away with not executing your pitches within the zone for only so long.
2-1 to Soto. And up and away, ball 3.
And obviously, with a guy like Soto, Vasquez very aware of that and trying to be a little bit more fine as falling behind here 3-1.
Jared Young waits on deck. 2 on and nobody out. 3-1. Here's the pitch. And Soto takes high, ball 4. So Soto has walked for the second time in his last 2 trips. And now the Mets have the bases loaded, nobody out for Young.
You can see there how the misses look compared to some of the previous guys, whether it was both Bichette or Benj. We just been talking about Vasquez really being in the zone. Wasn't really near it there with Soto. And that's the presence that he brings to the plate. And here comes Ruben Niebla.
Second trip of the afternoon for the Padre pitching coach. The other one also followed a walk to Soto. Visit to the mound brought to you by the Window Depot. For low prices every day on windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, and flooring with everything in stock. Head to the Window Depot in National City or visit thewindow.depot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store. You know what I've noticed with Soto with the walks today? He does not go down and unclip his protective gear or kind of let his guard down until he makes sure there's no challenge on ball 4, until the umpire is until the thing is officially
completely over. Yeah. I could see why.
Yeah. I saw the Sal Stewart play yesterday in the Reds-Cardinals game. You get unclipped, you think your guard goes down, your mental frame changes. You 100%. Think the at-bat is over. And, oh, gosh, it gets flipped and changed. Now it's a strike. You got to get back in there. That's a hard thing to do.
Right, and in Sal's case, he had a bunch of gear he had to put back on. So, and you're inevitably doing it thinking you're under some type of clock, and it just speeds up on you. So I can see why Soto would do that.
Yeah, it's a good way to handle that. All right, bases loaded, nobody out for Jared Young. 2-0 Mets here in the 5th. Left-hand hitter takes, low ball 1. And the catcher for Mean with some physical encouragement there for Vasquez, kind of pumping his fist at him like, hey, man, let's go.
And the hard hat is on right now as Vasquez having to play a traffic cop.
You got the flashlights, the whole thing. Young fouls it away. How to play left side, 1-1.
Last time he was in this spot, was able to punch Young and didn't get an out, but he'll need 3 of them here. He had 1 out in that situation previous time Young came up.
Infield in for the Padres. They're loaded. The pitch is grounded foul right side, 1-2. Soto at first. Bichette at second. Benj at third. And nobody away in the top of the 5th inning. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, lined into center field. Merrill charging in, not going to get there. It drops down. Everybody had to wait and see if it would be caught, so they'll all advance one station. Bench comes in to score. It's an RBI single for Young. The Met lead is 3-0. The bases are still loaded, and there's still nobody out.
Fastball at the top of the zone. It looks like it gets in on Young, but he finds outfield grass.
That'll be the end of the day for Randy Vasquez with the left-hand hitting A.J. Ewing coming up. Yuki Matsui will be called upon from the Padre bullpen. Top of the 5th, Mets lead at 3-0. Bases loaded, nobody out in a pitching change on the Padres Radio Network.
Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diegans fix it, build it, and enjoy it for over 100 years.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
His 12th appearance of the year, and 0-0 with a 0.53 ERA.
He inherits a sticky wicket. Bases loaded, nobody out, a run already in for the Mets. 3-0 New York in the top of the 5th inning. Pitching change brought to you by Sid's Carpet Barn. For over 70 years, Sid's Carpet Barn has stood alone as San Diego's flooring leader. From premium high-end choices to top-quality budget-friendly options, Sid's has you covered. Visit any Sid's or at sidscarpet.com. Lefty to lefty here with A.J. Ewing standing in against Matsui. Ewing 0 for 2. He flew out to very deep center field his last time up. Young at first. After his RBI single, Soto at second, Bichette at third. 3-0 Mets in the 5th. Matsui comes set and ready. The infield is drawn all the way in. A look back at second base. Now the pitch. And Ewing swings and misses at a first pitch slider. 0-1. Mets began the inning with a base hit by Benj. He's 3 for 3. Bichette followed with his second hit of the day. And then Soto followed with his second walk of the afternoon. Young then, a line drive base hit into center field. All of that against Vasquez, who's responsible for all 3 runners. The 0-1 pitch is high. And now 1 ball and 1 strike to Ewing. Ewing not much of a power threat yet in his major league career. Just the 1 home run this season. He has played, counting today, 25 games. 1-1 pitch. Ewing swings, hits it in the air to right field, not deep. Bowen coming in. He will make the catch. Bichette tagging at third, speeding home. The throw will go to third. Machado's tag is in time as they cut Soto down. So a sac fly, but it kind of turns into a double play there. Mets lead it 4-0, now 2 away, and a good, strong throw from Jace Bowen in right field.
Excellent decision by Jace Bowen. It would have been enticing to try to go home, but he recognized he wasn't able to get behind it the way he wants, but put an accurate 3-hop throw, and they get the runner at third easy.
Machado, as he always does, kind of comes off the bag there to shorten the throw. And Soto slid right into the tag. Yeah, was out by 4 feet. So a man on first, 2 down for Simeon. And first pitch swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and a strike. And a grounder foul at third base, 0-2. Four 0 Mets, top of the 5th inning. Young at first with 2 outs. Oh, and 2 to Simeon. Matsui comes home, and the pitch is way up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Remember, the first inning, the Mets had second and third, nobody out. They got the 1 run, and you felt like, all right, that's kind of a win for the Padres. Now in this 5th inning, bases loaded, nobody out. If they only get the 2, similarly, you feel like, all right, certainly could have been worse. 1-2. Matsui deals. Simeon swings, pops it foul out of play. Now, on the other side of things, of course, the Padre offense does have work to do in a 4-0 game. They've only got one hit so far today.
Given how the offense has looked, 4 is a big number.
One ball, 2 strikes. Matsui delivers, and Simeon golfs it in the air to deep left field. Taylor is back. He's at the wall. He makes the catch and crashes into the fence. Samad Taylor right up against the wall in left field makes the play and ends the inning. Mets get a pair in the 5th, and midway, 4-0 New York on the Padres Radio Network.
Palomar Health leads the league in patient care, recognized by Newsweek as a world's best hospital for 8.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
And even though you're dejected down 3, first pitch swinging. This ball's hit in the air to deep center field, and George Springer gets it over the wall for a home run. His extra base impact continues. 3rd home run of the postseason for Springer, and they've got 6. Fastball outer third up. He's ready for it. This ball is launched to right. Dom Smith, a deep blast. And Atlanta with a couple of solo homers and a 2-0 lead.
How about the location? That's elevated. It's 97. A little bit of cut to it, a little bit of vert. Exactly where he wanted it. But Dom Smith doing his homework and ready for it and crushes that one to right.
A no-doubter for his 2nd of the season.
Shop Fraser Farms Market in La Mesa, Oceanside, and Vista. Fraser Farms Market, a better way to shop for a better way to live.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Padres come to bat against Sean Manaea, working as the bulk guy for the Mets today. 4-0 is the Met lead. Bowen, Taylor, Fermin coming up. The Padres with the 2 speedsters starting the inning. We'll see if they try and play with that. And Manaea's first pitch is up and away, ball 1. I would be quite surprised if at some point you don't see either Bowen, Taylor, or both try and put a bunt out. 1-0. Bowen spins away, takes inside. 2-0. Bowen made the nice throw in the top of the inning to help cut down Juan Soto at third base on that sac fly by A.J. Ewing. 2-0 pitch is called a strike. Looked like it might have been outside. And the count is now 2-1. Yeah, that was way outside. It's the 2nd time we've seen Bowen in the last few days. 2-1 pitch is grounded to third base. Behind the bag, backhanded by Beatty. Long throw is in time, 1 away. And a really nice play by Beatty. Good scoop, or a good job, I should say, by Young, kind of handling the in-between hop at first base. But I was going to say, we saw with Bowen the other day, too. You know, it's a young guy, just fresh into the major leagues. You know, maybe feeling like he can't use an ABS challenge, perhaps, you know, because of his inexperience at the major league level. But it's twice where a pitch has been well off the plate outside. Probably pretty clear to him that it wasn't a strike, but he hasn't challenged. Here's Taylor bunting towards third, and it'll spit foul, strike 1.
See some of those things, that different ways to approach the offense with these 2 guys at the bottom of the lineup. Samad tried to drop the bunt. It was a great idea, just rolled foul. Yeah, I can see that being a little bit of a tough spot for a young guy to be in. Kind of at the midpoint of the game. But certainly, you'd like to think that a call that obvious, he could feel a little more comfortable challenging, but it's not the way it went.
Would have been 3-0, instead it was 2-1. Now 0-1 on Taylor. Pitch from Manaea is the slow sweeper on the outside corner for strike 2. 3 iconic franchises are coming to Petco Park. Secure a special theme game package to score a Toy Story 5 t-shirt on June 23rd. 0-2, Taylor grounds it up the first baseline foul. A limited edition Naruto jersey on July 7th, and the return of Hello Kitty number 3 on August 26th. Explore all upcoming theme games and purchase a special theme game package at padres.com/theme game. Tony and I did not know what Naruto was. 0-2 is on a line into left field. Melendez over towards the line, not going to get there. Plays it on a hop. Taylor speeding around first, and down 4-0. He'll slam on the breaks, play it safe. And that is Samad Taylor's first hit in a Padre uniform. He's aboard safely for the second time this afternoon. A one-out single here in the 5th.
Good bat for Samad. Tried to bunt, it didn't go his way. Able to take the 0-2 fastball up in the zone and find some outfield grass. One out knock for Samad Taylor.
Ends a stretch of 8 in a row, retired by Minaya. Only the second Padre hit of the afternoon. Here's Freddie Fermin with a runner on first, one out. Swings at the first pitch, hammers it in the air, deep to left field. Melendez is back. How about another Freddie Fermin? 2 days in a row, the Ferminator, a 2-run home run. And the Met lead is cut in half. It's 4-2. When they say you can't predict baseball, this is what they're talking about. Second of the year for Fermin, his second in 2 days. What a game.
Most importantly, giving the Padres some much-needed life here in the 5th. It had been flat as could be. But Fermin gets the heater middle, and leans on it. 4-2 ball game.
That's something to smile about. Brought to you by Smile Spirits. Real vodka cocktails, not a boring seltzer. Try Smile Spirits. Clean flavor with no sugary aftertaste. Just pure refreshment. Available at Ralph's, Total Wine, Chris Markets, and Baja Rick's Cantina. Smile Spirits, a vacation in a can. Sweeper strike to Tatis. 0-1. Fernando takes down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Unbelievable. Freddie Fermin has now hit 4 home runs as a Padre. Pitch is low, 2-1. 3 of the 4 have come against the Mets. 2 of the 4 have come against Sean Manaea. 2-1, Tatis rips it on a line over Beatty down the left field line. Melendez has to watch it roll, bang up against the base of the wall. That's an easy 2 for Tatis, who glides into second base with a 1-out double. All of a sudden, here come the Padres.
Started with the single from Samad Taylor, inserted in the lineup to bring some energy. A homer followed from Fermin, and now Toddy gets the sweeper and laces this ball down that left field line.
Now the Met pitching coach Justin Willard will go out to chat, and things are starting to move very quickly, I think, on Sean Manaea. And they will start to move some guys around in that Met bullpen. Joey Gerber, the right-hander, is going to start throwing. And wasting no time out there.
3 consecutive hits here for the Padres. Seeing if they can keep stacking them together as Jackson Merrill comes to the plate.
All of a sudden, tying run at the dish.
Finally, the Padres getting a couple of mistakes in the middle of the plate, making Manaea pay.
Lefty to lefty. Jackson checks his swing, takes low. They appeal, and he went. 0-1. Merrill struck out looking his first time against Manaea. But good numbers against him prior to today. 0-1 out to left center field. Melendez to his left will get there and make the catch for the second out. Tatis back to second base. Ty France coming up.
Good stroke there from Jackson on the button, but right at Melendez for out number 2.
65 pitches from Manaea, so it's probably not fatigue in the sort of usual sense of it, but clearly the Padres seeing him better now than they were earlier in this game. 4-2 Mets. Runner on second, 2 outs in the fifth. Tatis takes off. The pitch is high. The throw to third is in plenty of time. And Fernando is gunned out trying to steal on Luis Torrens. So the final out of the inning comes at third base. And after 5, it is now the Mets 4 and the Padres 2 on the Padres Radio Network.
Hey, Padre fans, Tony Gwynn Jr. here. You might already know that my dogs, Kai and Axel, are MVPs in my family. And Petco is where my pets go to get ready for every walk, run, and big game day meal. We're in my local store all the time, whether it's to see their favorite.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Fastball at 102 on the outside edge.
8 strikeouts for Mizorowski.
7 innings, and it's scoreless.
The Yankees had an inning for the ages in the third. It was unbelievable.
13 runs on 11 hits.
Strikeout number 10. Leiter ties his career high. 5 2/3 scoreless. A great afternoon for the Rangers' young righty.
Oh my goodness. You want to say that this guy is back? He's more than back. He is absolutely on fire. Acuna strikes again.
His last 5 hits, all 5 homers.
Tracking it back towards the wall. It's by the pole, and Siri got it. He went up and got it. Took away a grand slam.
That's an outstanding saver of 4 runs.
Top of the 6th inning and a whole new ball game after the Padres get 2 on another Freddie Fermin home run. Mets ahead 4-2. Beatty, Melendez, and Torrens coming up against Yuki Matsui. Padres certainly had an opportunity for more in the bottom of the 5th, but interesting base running choice by Fernando Tatis Jr. trying to steal third and thrown out fairly easily to end the inning. Lefty to lefty here, Matsui to Beatty. And in the dirt, ball 1.
Simply put, if you're going to steal, you have to 100% be safe. That was not 100%. Frankly, he was thrown out by quite a bit.
Padres have had some trouble as of late on the base paths. And I think there's probably a correlation there between the offensive struggles in general. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed.
Yeah, there's no, and that's part of the pressing we're talking about, right? It doesn't just happen at the plate. It also happens when you get on the bases, when you're on defense. You're trying to make the spectacular play or make the most headsy play.
1-1. Beatty swings and sends it in the air to shallow left. Machado and Bogart's back. Taylor coming in. Taylor sprinting into foul ground, and he slides forward to make the catch. 2 down, and each of the last 2 outs have been made beautifully by Samad Taylor in left field. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning.
It's a great job by Samad reading his infielders. He looked and saw where Manny was coming from, which was on the infield grass, and put it into afterburners. Great play in foul territory to get out number 1.
Now lefty to lefty against MJ Melendez. Man, he went a long way there. First pitch coming, and Melendez takes a strike at the top of the zone. 0-1. Melendez has twice hit the ball out to Bowen in right field, 0 for 2. Pitch is down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. One out and nobody on in the top of the 6th inning. Yes, Samad got Simeon up against the wall last inning. Now Beatty in foul territory this inning. And his base hit set up the run last inning. Here's a grounder just wide of the bag at first. Foul ball, 1-2.
There's a little bit of that energy that A.J. Preller trying to inject into this roster. And you never know what form it's going to come in Kind of seen it in a couple different forms from Samad Taylor.
Out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by KMG Psychiatry, who offers TMS, transcranial magnetic stimulation, to help veterans in active duty military lift the fog of depression. Honor service recovery. Visit KMGpsychiatry.com today. 1-2 to Melendez. Matsui delivers, and that is sent in the air, high and deep to right center field. Merrill and Bowen are back at the wall. Bowen leaps, and it's gone, a home run. Off the top of the wall and over the fence, a home run here in the 6th inning. 4th of the year for Melendez, and the Mets get one back. It's 5-2.
Again, it's a sweeper. We talked about this. That particular pitch, if it's not executed well, trouble usually follows. It's a sweeper. It's up. Melendez stays on.
Torrens now 0 for 2. Flew out to Taylor in deep left field his last time. First pitch to the right-hand batter, up and away, ball 1. Dodger Stadium, Angels have a 4-1 lead in the top of the 5th inning over the Dodgers. At Coors, the Brewers were down 3-1, but got 7 in the 6th. And now lead the Rockies 8-3 in the 9th. 1-0 pitch is a strike. 1-1 on Torrens. Bases are empty, 1 out, 5-2 Mets. And the pitch skips in, 2 balls and a strike. At Busch, the Cardinals got 2 in the bottom of the 8th to beat the Reds 5-3. And the Reds will come into San Diego, having lost 4 consecutive. We'll see them here tomorrow night. In the Bronx, Yankees got 5 in the 8th. They beat the Red Sox 6-1, now tied with Tampa Bay atop the American League East. 2-1. Torrens takes a strike. 2-2 to the Met catcher. In Atlanta, Bravos beat the Pirates 3-2. They sweep Pittsburgh. They're now 45-21, best record in all of baseball. Did not have that on the bingo card.
But it's not. It shouldn't be too crazy of a surprise. I think we're all jaded by their year last season. But go back to the 2 years before, largely with the same group of guys. One of the best teams in the league.
No, that's a great point. Here's the 2-2, and Torrens grounds it foul at third. I think last year was one of those everything that could have gone wrong did.
Absolutely did.
Like a worst case scenario, and now everything's like best case scenario.
100%.
I guess aside from perfect.
Yes.
Although even that seems to be working out because other guys stepping in and having great years. 2-2 to Torrens. And Matsui's pitch, again, bounced in front of the plate. He fell down on the mound. And that's kind of kicking away at that landing spot. He appears more embarrassed than hurt as he stands up. Definitely got the foot stuck in the dirt, which is definitely a perilous thing. You can twist something.
Almost like the ground gave out from under him as he landed, but seems to be all right.
3-2, and Torrens hits it foul into the screen. Speaking of things not on the bingo card, Brandon Marsh homered for the 3rd straight game. Phillies beat the White Sox 9-5, and he leads all of baseball now with a .340 batting average. 3.40, Brandon Marsh.
I can't say that I'm surprised he's hitting 3, but 340, that's up there.
On June 7th. 3-2, Torrens swings and misses, strike 3. Good battle. And now 2 down in the 6th inning. Mets ahead 5-2 as the order turns over for Carson Bench, already 3 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. Sunday night game, Cubs and Giants at Wrigley. But yeah, Brandon Marsh at 340 is not what I anticipated.
It's a little 90s feel with 340 into June.
And you know what? The way he gets his hits, kind of a 90s
100%.
feel. Yeah. Lefty to lefty as Matsui delivers and Bench takes high.
I contend what Brandon Marsh is doing is a whole lot easier to replicate than the opposite, which is, trying to slug, especially in this league now with the velocity and spin that they see.
Benj steps into this one, sends it in the air to very deep right field. Bowen is back. He leaps at the wall, and this one off the top of the fence and over the wall, a home run. Second of the inning for the Mets. Benj now 4 for 4, and New York gets both runs back. 6-2 here in the sixth.
Seems like every Padre pitcher is paying for a mistake that they make in the middle of the plate. This time it's a four-seam heater, and the Padres just cannot get this kid Benj out tonight, or today.
Madeline Matsui's day as Craig Stammen heads to the hill to remove his left-hander. So a pitching change in the top of the sixth inning. Mets lead is back to 4. 6-2 New York on the Padres Radio Network.
Transform your home with timeless style and beauty today. Discover Shutter Mart, family owned for over 75 years and crafting top-notch shutters right here in San Diego. Quality interior.
I was in AAA, and right before the game, they said, no, you got to stop. You need to hurry up and go to Cincinnati. You're about to go play a game there. You got 45 minutes till the game starts. So I get in my car, and I start driving, and all I keep thinking about is, which jersey are they wearing that night? So when I get to the locker room, I see my jersey hung up, and love the white jerseys, just the stitching on it, the old school feel to it.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
With a 3.94 ERA.
Pitching change brought to you by Miramar Kitchen and Bath. When it's time to upgrade your kitchen or bath, think of San Diego's top kitchen and bath remodelers for 35 years. Visit MiramarKitchenandBath.com to book your free consultation today. Mets 6, Padres 2. Bo Bichette 2 for 3 is at the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch from Marinaccio as a cutter swung on and missed. 0-1. Mets led 4-0. Padres got a 2-run homer from Freddie Fermin in the bottom of the 5th inning to make it 4-2, but the Mets have hit 2 solo shots here in the 6th to add back on. Bichette cracks one foul toward the Met dugout, strike 2. Melendez, 4th of the year. Benj is 7th of the year, his first career 4-hit game. And both of them kind of bouncing on top of the right field wall and then over the fence. Remember, the right field wall here kind of has that concrete platform. 0-2, Marinaccio deals, and Bichette launches one in the air deep down the left field line, but hooking and foul. Terrace level, just wide of the Western Metal Building.
Who's on deck for the Padres in the 6th is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. It'll be France, Machado, Bogarts in the 6th.
0-2. And the pitch to Bichette, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Marinaccio comes on to get the final out. But the 2 home runs have changed the complexion of this game. After 5.5, Mets 6, Padres 2, the Padres Radio Network.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win. Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
Dad had bought a stack of them, and I was like, I think we can get these ourselves, but he went ahead and bought a stack for himself.
Like business cards. There you go.
But it was awesome just to, have that moment and have everyone so excited to, have a picture of you is a fun moment.
Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security. With burglar and fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and local service, our promise to San Diego remains the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
Bottom of the 6 is brought to you by Eco Water SoCal. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keeping it soft since 1925. Visit ecowatersocal.com or call 760-350-3338.
Padres will come to bat here against a new Met pitcher. They trail 6-2. We'll tell you who it is after we pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
Hey, this is Jackson Merrill, center fielder for the San Diego Padres. You're listening to Padres Baseball on the Padres Radio Network.
An Odyssey Sports Station.
With Tony Gwynn Jr. and our producer engineer Dave Marcus, I'm Jesse Agler. Mets 6, Padres 2 in the bottom of the 6th. France, Machado, and Bogarts against the veteran left-hander Brooks Raley. First pitch on the way, and a big breaking ball missing down and in, 1-0. Raley takes over for the bulk guy, Sean Manaea. Manaea went 4, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. France fouls it back 1-1. Both runs that Manaea gave up came last inning on the Fermin homer. Yes, that's right. Freddie Fermin homered again. Pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. Manaea rolled for most of the day. 1-1, swing and a miss. And then last inning, clearly the Padres were starting to get to him. And so no surprise at all to see the Mets make a pitching change here in the 6th. But Pods might have let Manaea off the hook a little bit last inning. Grounder foul at third, still 1-2. Remember, Tatis thrown out, trying to steal third base to make the third out in the 5th. Not to say Ty France would have necessarily brought him home, but that got Manaea out of it. 1-2, swing and a miss. France strikes out. That's the first out in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, Ceci chasing a couple of runs right there. Tatis ultimately isn't a factor. And so getting thrown out at third is ultimately going to be frowned upon.
Here comes the lumber, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers. Fix it, build it, enjoy it. 1 out, nobody on for Machado. Goes after the first pitch, sends it in the air up the right field line. Benj over to the line, and on the warning track in the corner, he makes the catch, 2 away. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, they've got this season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Padres, the official source for Padres gear. Base is empty, 2 out for Bogart, 6-2 Mets, and a fastball strike, 0-1. The pitch on the way, and Bogarts cracks it foul. Behind third base coach Bob Henley, 0-2. Feels like Raley has been around forever, and he kind of has. Made his major league debut all the way back in 2012 with the Cubs. Has also pitched in Korea for the Reds, the Astros, and the Rays. Check swing on a pitch down. They appealed, didn't go. 1-2 on Bogarts. Brazoban used as the opener by the Mets. Walked the first 2 guys, but got away with it. Then Manaea, now Raley. 1-2. Bogarts takes in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Padres snapped the 6-game losing streak last night. Opportunity today to win a series, but if they're going to do so, they're going to have to come back fairly dramatically in these late innings. 2-2 pitch. And Bogaerts takes down and in again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. They're also going to have to hold the line, and the Mets offense has applied consistent pressure all day long. 3-2, Bogaerts grounds it foul.
No doubt about that. Seems like there's been traffic every inning.
Bradley is ready. Out of the windup, the 3-2. Bogaerts again grounds it foul at third. Offensively, the Mets have scored in 4 of the 6 innings in which they have come to bat. They've had at least one guy on every inning, and they've had multiple guys on 4 of the 6 innings. They've hit 3 home runs. 3-2 again. Pitch 8, and Bogaerts swings and misses. Strike 3. A 1-2-3, 2 strikeout 6th for Raley. Head to the 7th inning of Petco. Mets 6, Padres 2 on the Padres Radio Network.
Sid's Carpet Bar.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park, and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
There's a lot going on when Ohtani pitches and hits. So there goes Ohtani. Shohei lighting up the highlights already. It's a leadoff home run after he struck out 3 at the top of the first. And the Dodgers lead it 1-0. He hit 55 in the regular season, a Dodger record. And he's gone deep for the 3rd time this postseason, his first of the championship series.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Market for basketball's biggest stage, available in all 50 states. Download Poly Market in the App Store. Use promo code FREE50 to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code FREE50. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
Top of the 7th. It's brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. A better idea for healthcare.
Soto, Young, and Ewing for the Mets, and they've got a 6-2 lead. Soto homers last inning have really changed this game around. And Ron Marinaccio, who struck out Bichette in the 6th, will now try and work a full inning here, keep this thing right where it's at. Big bats coming up, obviously, for New York. First pitch, and Soto steps all the way back, takes low, ball 1. Soto was 0 for 8 in the first 2 games. He's had a little bit more impactful of a day today, although still doesn't have a hit. Soto had an RBI ground out in the first and then drew a walk in the 3rd and another in the 5th. The only 2 walks Randy Vasquez issued. I think Soto just used his timeout. He was having quite a dialogue with the plate umpire, Fairchild. Now the 1-0. Soto takes, and a changeup clips the outside edge. A called strike, 1-1.
I think he was concerned that Ron didn't make the eye contact, and him and Chad had some exchange back and forth. Chad Fairchild, the umpire, home plate umpire.
The 1-1 now, and Soto grounds it to the right of the mound, deflected by Marinaccio. Tatis has it, flips it to first in time. 1-4-3 for the first out here in the 7th inning.
It would have been a disastrous play there off the tip of Ron Marinaccio's glove. Toddy had to kind of redirect and a one-hand toss, underflip to get Soto for out number 1.
Fernando looking like an option quarterback, flipping it to tie France. So 1 out, nobody on. Jared Young, the batter, had an RBI single his last time up. That made it 3-0, and he takes a changeup strike. Yeah, that was in the 5th inning. 3-0 Mets. Just kind of gives you an idea of how quickly this thing started to change. Next pitch, and Young fouls it over the net behind home plate, 0-2. The game was 2-0 after 4 innings. It was 4-2 after 5, and now 6-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Young. Marinaccio deals and misses downstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of change-ups here from Marinaccio.
It's his best secondary. Got it in the area he wanted. Young able to lay off.
Ball and 2 strikes. Young swings, muscles it in the air up the left field line. Long run, Samad Taylor again into foul ground, and this time will not have an opportunity to get there. Comes down right up against that side wall. All the little kids scurry down to the first row hoping for a souvenir. And Samad did it. That was a great, he's a young player, but it was a veteran move. The no-look toss to the kids. So no one can accuse him of any favoritism.
Right. Whoever got it, got it. Certainly a kid was able to walk away with it.
1-2 to Young. And caught him on the back foot. So a hit by pitch. And that cutter just kept chasing him. No chance to get away. And a 1-out base runner for the Mets in the 7th inning.
Caught him in the back foot. The Mets a 1-out runner.
Marinaccio, a Jersey guy, Tom's River. Grew up a Yankee fan, pitched for the Yankees. And now facing the Mets. The Lighters, Al, Mark, their kids, they're all from Tom's River. They've had Little League World Series teams multiple times over the years. Great baseball community. This one rifled foul into the netting behind home plate. 0-1 to A.J. Ewing, who had the sac fly his last time up. That made it 4-0 Mets. In the moment, it was kind of a pivotal play in the game because the Padres actually got 2 outs on the sac fly. Bowen, that nice throw to third base to cut Soto down, trying to advance. So Ewing officially 0-for-2 with an RBI.
Well, we were trying to take that RBI away from him earlier.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. The 0-1, and Ewing looks low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And he's going to challenge.
Catcher is challenging.
He may have the case. He does indeed have a case.
I think there's a million reasons to like ABS, and one of them is some of the loudest cheers every single game when the home team gets a call.
For sure.
People love it. So instead of 1-1, it's 0-2 on Ewing. Marinaccio's pitch is taken low. A ball and 2 strikes. Padres down 6-2 in the top of the 7th inning. Young at first with 1 out. A ball and 2 strikes. Marinaccio kicks and delivers, and again missing low, 2-2, and again Fermin going to challenge.
That one looks even better. Yeah.
Strike 3, an ABS punch out for Marinaccio. His 2nd K, and now 2 down here in the South. He takes a strike.
That's probably why he was so confident. He just caught it.
Yeah, that's a wild one. I mean, normally, the glove is moving so much for catchers these days. That one, he just stuck it there and didn't get the call. And it was clearly in the zone. All right, good thing you have ABS. 0-1 pitch. Simeon in the air to left field. That's well struck. Taylor backing up, still going back. He's got room and squares it up in front of the warning track to make the catch and end the inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left on base. Middle of the 7th inning on this Military Sunday at Petco Park. Mets leading it 6-2. The singing of God Bless America is brought to you by KMG Psychiatry, official mental health partner of the Padres Radio Network, offering TMS, transcranial magnetic stimulation, to help those military heroes in need lift the fog of depression. Visit KMGpsychiatry.com. On this Military Sunday, we welcome Rocio Sanchez, United States Marine Corps veteran, who will present the singing of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
United States Marine Corps veteran Rocio Sanchez. Time to stretch. Mets 6, Padres 2 on the Padres Radio Network.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Poly Market in the App Store. Use promo code FREE50 to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code FREE50. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Padres coming to bat, trailing the Mets 6-2. And the veteran left-hander A.J. Minter now on to throw for New York, the longtime Brave. Began the year on the IL after the lat surgery, making his second appearance of this series. And Duhar, Bowen, and Taylor. First pitch on the way, and Andujar swings, fouls it right back towards us and over our heads into the upper deck. Strike one. Raley worked the 6th, went 1-2-3 with a pair of strikeouts. Pitching change brought to you by Sid's Carpet Barn. Sid's Carpet Barn is San Diego's flooring leader for the largest selection of all types of flooring at the lowest prices in town. Visit any Sid's or sidscarpet.com. 0-1. Andujar gets on top of it, bounces into third base. Charged by Beatty. Quick throw to first is not in time. Infield single, Miguel Andujar. And the Padres down by 4 in the 7th inning. And the leadoff guy on base.
Love to see it. Miguel getting down that line. He can smell hit. Tough play for Beatty. Long throw. And Andujar able to get the infield single. He's watching Miguel. Remember, he had the hamstring injury earlier this season. Finally has gotten back to health, running a lot better.
A little surprised they didn't challenge him. Very close. So the Padres with a man aboard for Jace Bowen. First pitch from Minter, and Bowen takes down and in, ball 1. Bowen making his 3rd major league start. And in right field today, 0 for 2. Beatty made a nice play on him last time and threw him out. 1-0 pitch. And Bowen looks basically right down the middle of called strike, 1-1. Only 2 Padre runs today, courtesy of another 2-run homer from Freddie Fermin. Now he's back in the 5th inning. On a strike. The pitch on the way, and Bowen sends this one in the air, straight away center field. It's deep. Ewing's back, and right in front of the wall near the 396 marker. He'll make the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. Chase Bowen that close to what could have been his first major league home run, but it's not. And Duhar back to first base, and the batter will be Samad Taylor.
That's ball above the zone. Bowen got to this ball pretty well. Being able to track it just in front of the center field wall.
And now Andujar is going to come out of the game. The runner at first base. You know, when he was trying to leg out that infield single, he came down almost on the back half of the bag. And I don't wonder if he might have done something there.
Let's hope it's not the hamstring, as he had earlier in the season. Watching him kind of jog back to first after that fly ball.
So Bryce Johnson will run for him. It's the DH spot, so no defensive issue there. Samad Taylor, the batter. Great day here in his first start. Pitch from Minter. Taylor shows bunt, pulls back, takes low ball one. Taylor drew a walk in the second inning, singled ahead of the Fermin homer in the fifth, and also has made a couple of really nice plays defensively out in left field. Johnson at first base, one out. The pitch. Taylor squares to bunt again and fouls it back behind home plate, 1-1.
That time he was trying to push it to first base. Tough part about that particular bunt with a runner on first is there is an out for the infield. They can go to second base for a force play. So the bunt does have to be bunted somewhat soft.
1-1 to Taylor. Minter at the ready. Now the pitch. And Taylor swinging away, lines it firmly foul up the third baseline. The ball trying to make a play on the line, but I think it got into the seats. Either way, 1-2 on Taylor. 6-2 Mets in the bottom of the seventh inning. Minter got the final 3 outs for the Mets here on Friday night in their 5-0 win. An uneventful bottom of the ninth. 1-2 to Taylor. Johnson at first, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And Taylor takes way high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Minter debuted with Atlanta in 2017, a mainstay of their bullpen through 2024. Part of the World Series team in 2021. 2-2 pitch, and Taylor reaches for it, grounds it up the middle to his left. Bichette has it, flipped to second, 1, turned to first, no chance to get the double play, but they do force the lead runner. So Samad Taylor aboard on the fielder's choice, 2 outs. And now home run hero Freddie Fermin coming back. Padres down by 4 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Only 2 runs they've got today, courtesy of Fermin's second home run in as many games. What we like to call the beautiful stupidity of baseball. Guy's 0 for 30, hasn't homered since last year. Game-winning home run last night, another one in his second at-bat today. First pitch, and Fermin takes a wide strike, 0-1. Johnson held on at first base by Jared Young. 0-1. Minter deals, and Fermin lines it the other way up the right field side. That'll push well foul into the seats, and now Padre catcher in an 0-2 hole.
Just looking to extend the inning. See if they can maybe give Toddy a crack at it with a couple runners on.
He would be next. 0-2 to Fermin. Minter will throw to first. And Johnson did not have much of a lead, just kind of flops back to the bag over at first base. Excuse me, Taylor. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch and a chopper to third base. Beatty watches it go right over the bag, collects it, and they throw to first in time to end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 guy left on base. And after 7 innings at Petco Park, it's the Mets 6 and the Padres 2 on the Padres Radio Network.
The 2-2 got a piece of it. Actually had a very good swing. Oh, look at this. Here go the sprinklers. The sprinklers have fired. Pedro, soaking wet, is laughing. Seems unfazed by it. Oh, goodness.
His smile is so infectious around this ball club. I have never seen this happen before.
This is comedy.
Pedro's just taking a little shower.
This is absolute comedy.
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You can tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Prediction market for basketball's biggest stage available in all 50 states. Download Poly Market in the App Store. Use promo code FREE50 to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code FREE50. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
Hey, Padre fans, just like you, my pets are family. That's why Petco is where they go to keep all their bases covered with an all-star lineup of food, vet care, grooming, and more. Petco, official pet partner of the San Diego Padres.
Top of the 8th inning, the Mets coming up against Ron Marinaccio, Beatty, Melendez, and Terrens. New York ahead 6-2. Matsui and Marinaccio, the only 2 relievers used so far by Craig Stammen after Randy Vasquez went 4+. Randy, 4 runs, 8 hits. Matsui, 2 runs, 2 hits. And now Marinaccio hits Beatty to line, 1 foul left side. Marinaccio's gotten 4 outs so far. He struck out a couple of guys. Only man to reach was hit by a pitch. Beatty 1 out of 3 with a double last time up. Samad Taylor made a great sliding catch against him in foul territory up the left field line. Next one missing up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to the young Met third baseman. Sellout crowd on this Sunday afternoon to see the rubber game of this series. 1-1 pitch, and Beatty takes the changeup low. 2 balls and a strike. 41,159. 28 sellout and 35 home dates here in 2026. Padre fans continuing to show up. 2-1, swing and a miss. Good changeup, and he had him out in front of it. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Beatty.
Good pitch on the changeup, locates it below the zone. Good execution from Ron there.
Marinaccio dangles the right arm. Now he comes set and ready. 2-2. The pitch on the way. Beatty takes low. And the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Melendez and Terrens waiting to hit next. Three and 2. Marinaccio delivers and misses way outside. Ball 4. That's a lead walk here in the 8th. So Beatty, the son of a high school coach, takes first base, and now Melendez, the son of a college coach, will come to bat. Melendez moved around a lot as a kid. His dad, Herbal Sr., very successful college coach, bunch of different stops. And Melendez had to move when he was in high school. That's obviously tough when you're trying to have a professional baseball career. Swings to the first pitch, lines it to right field, basically right at Bowen. He'll make the catch. And 1 down with Beatty going to first base. Melendez was in high school in Alabama. His dad got the head coaching job at FIU, so Melendez had to transfer to a high school in Miami. Obviously, it's ended up working out for him. He's made it to the major leagues. But dad ended up coaching at FIU for 6 seasons. You know who the coach at FIU is now? Brand new hire? The former White Sox manager, Pedro Grifol.
I did hear that.
You do not often hear about a former big league manager taking a college head coaching job.
It does happen, though.
Yeah. Terens takes high, 1-0. Big league players, yes. Managers,
not often.
Not often. Kind of interesting. 6-2 Mets in the 8th. Beatty at first. He takes off, and Terens hits it in the air foul up the right field line, 1-1.
I have to say, you have to want to be a teacher of young men who are growing into being, young adults in this world. It's a little different managing big league ball players at this point.
Yeah, it's a very different skill. Not that you can't have both.
No, yeah, it's much more hands-on, I'd say, down at the collegiate level.
Ball and a strike, and Terens rolls it foul third. Mets ahead 6-2 here in the 8th. Beatty at first, 1 out. Ball and 2 strikes on Terens. Now Marinaccio will step off. Calling all faithful. Sign up for Padre text messages to receive exclusive Padres news, content, information, and more. All you have to do is text the word Padres to 78469 to join the fun. Ball and 2 strikes. And Terens swings and misses. Strike 3. Got a fastball past him. Third K of the day from Marinaccio. 2 outs. Beatty still at first base. And the order will turn over for Carson Bench. Again, all you have to do, text Padres to 78469, or you can go to Padres.com/contact.
Good location with the heater. Blows it by Terens, top of the zone, inside corner.
All right, so we'll see if Marinaccio can do something nobody else has, and that is get Carson Bench to make it out. 4 for 4 on the day with a homer and 3 runs scored. Throw to first, and Beatty is back. First career 4-hit game for Carson Bench. Singled and scored in the first, singled in the third, singled and scored in the 5th, and homered in the 6th. That made it 6-2, which is still the score. First pitch is on the inside edge, and a called strike, 0-1.
Good change up. Bottom of the zone, inside corner. As we mentioned, that's Ron's best secondary.
The 0-1 pitch, and Bench rips it fair up the first baseline into the right field corner. 5th hit of the day for Carson Bench. Beatty hits third on his way home. The relay will come away from Tatis on the infield. It's a triple for Bench, and the Met lead now 7-2.
Carson Bench putting on a show. 5th knock of the afternoon. And this one, a 3-bagger. Drives in another run. 5 for 5 here in this ball game.
Double shy of the cycle. 3 singles, a homer, and a triple. So he's at third, 2 outs for Bichette. 7-2 Mets. And the first pitch is high, ball 1. Bichette fouls the next one back into the netting. A ball and a strike. What a day for Carson Bench. One and one, and a swing and a miss, strike 2 to Bichette. The last Met cycle actually took place here at Petco in 22. Almost exactly 4 years ago, June 6th of 2022, Eduardo Escobar.
I remember that game.
1-2. Bichette cues it foul on the ground toward the Padre dugout. Now, it's certainly no guarantee Benj gets another at bat, but he is a double shot. Runner on third, 2 out, 7-2 New York in the 8th. The 1-2 pitch hit hard on the ground to the right side. France with a nice backhanded pick. Underhand flip to Marinaccio covering. That's in time. Then the top of the 8th inning with the Mets add on. What a day, Carson Benj. An RBI triple, and after 7.5. Now
Abrams will have to range far to his right.
What a play.
And a dive there by Brent Grisham.
Here comes Marsh, and he makes the sliding grab.
Pitcher plays it on the backhand glove flip to first. He got him. Oh, what a play by Cameron.
Nice play.
Dylan Cruz lays out in right field.
He got him by a full step.
What a fine play and a perfect throw from Zach Short.
It's Antonacci with the diving play.
That's the deep safety going straight away for the pick. Dive and makes the catch rolling over.
Mason to his knees. Hops in a straight good play. Unleashes the stretch and in time. Another great play by Mason Wynn. And Ian makes a sliding catch. He slides, dives, and makes the catch.
Isak with a snag and Walker with a pick. And he'll make the catch.
Oh, what a play. Cole Emerson on the hot corner, getting it done.
He never ceases to impress you.
He makes the catch.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today. Visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
For the Padres in the bottom of the 8th inning, Tatis, Merrill, and France coming up against right-hander Luke Weaver, who takes over for left-hander A.J. Minter. Minter gave up an infield hit to Andujar, nothing else in the 7th. Mets now lead 7-2. Pitching change brought to you by Miramar Kitchen and Bath. Thinking about updating your kitchen or bath? Trust San Diego's kitchen and bath remodeling experts for 35 years. Visit MiramarKitchenandBath.com to schedule your free consultation today. Fernando 1 out of 2 with a double and a walk. Weaver's first pitch is on the way. Tatis looks at a fastball down the middle, 97, and a called strike, 0-1. We saw Weaver in the 8th inning on Friday night. He put the Padres down 1-2-3. That included a line out to left field off the bat of Tatis for the 3rd out of that inning. 0-1. Fernando checks the swing, takes outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carson Benj has sort of been at the forefront of this relentless offensive attack by the Mets today. They've applied pressure every single inning against Padre pitching. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Tried to check, but went all the way around. 1-2. Vasquez, Matsui, Marinaccio, they've all felt it. And the Mets 7 runs on 11 hits, and quite frankly, it could be worse.
It could. Young guy at the top of the lineup leading the way. Carson Benj having a day.
1-2. And Fernando swings, sends it in the air, straightaway center and deep. Ewing's going back. He is on the track at the wall. He'll make the cut. Right in front of that 396 in front of the palm tree. And now number 1 and the bottom of the 8th inning. Carson Benj, first career triple, this career 5-hit game, only the 6th Met ever. Have a 5-hit big-hit game as a rookie. Last guy to do it, Pete Alonso, in August of 2019. Here's Jackson Merrill, 0 for 2 of the walk. Padres will see Pete Alonso later this week. Swing and a miss, nothing in 1. I guess next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Padres will be in Merrill's hometown, Baltimore, to see the polar bear. For 1 pitch, and Merrill fouls it back, strike 2. 1 out, nobody on, bottom 8 at 7 in the Padres 2. Jackson 0 for 2 with a walk. That was all the way back in the first inning against the opener, Brazovar. The 0-2 is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Weaver's done good work out of the bullpen for Carlos Mendoza this year. The 1-2, Merrill swings, hits it on the ground the other way. Long way to go. Beatty backhands it. 1-footed throw to first, no chance. Infield single, Jackson Merrill. Beatty was playing more towards the shortstop area than he was towards the bag at third. And Merrill just kind of knocked it over the line. And just really, I think off the bat, probably no chance for Beatty, who couldn't have handled it any better than he did.
He did everything he could. Jackson runs too well, and Beatty was in a position where it was a much more difficult play having to go towards the line.
So a man aboard for Ty France. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Padres need base runners, and they need to at least chip away a little bit here, down by 5. Big swing and a miss, nothing in 1. Only 2 runs of the day to this point, courtesy of a Freddie Fermin homer in the 5th. 2 of the 3 runs they got yesterday, courtesy of a Freddie Fermin homer. Go figure. Go to first, and Merrill back ahead of the tag from Young. Weaver comes set. Now the 0-1, and France swings and misses at another fastball, strike 2. Merrill leading off at first base, held on by Young. The 0-2 pitch, and France takes a little bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Manny Machado waiting on deck. France just 1 for 10 in this series. Will swing here, send it in the air to right center field. Benj is back. He's got time. And he makes the catch, 2 down. Reminder to stay tuned for the Hamul Casino Resort postgame show with Sam. A player, the rooftop pool is open, day passes are available, and the spot is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort. No players first. Merrill, first 2 down for Machado. First pitch, and a cutter on the outer half. That's a called strike, nothing in 1. Manny looking out to Weaver, and looking for his first hit of the day. Machado's seen him a ton over the years, 8 for 22 against him. That's a .364 average, 2 homers, 3 doubles. Here's the 0-1. Manny takes, and that same cutter in that same spot. This time, Manny going to challenge the strikeout.
One of the rare Manny Machado challenges. He's going to be right on this one.
That is a ball.
It's really been that side of the plate, really all game long, that has been a little bit bigger. And then he gets the strike turned to a ball.
Only the 9th challenge Manny has issued all year. 1-1. Machado takes low, 2 balls in his strike. So he is now 4 for 9 in ABS challenges. I think he won the first couple, and he lost a couple, and he said, I'm done with this. But it's been a while since we've seen one. Merrill big lead at first. Weaver set and ready. Now the 2-1. Manny hits it on the ground to third base. Beatty will backhand it deep at third. Long throw is way high over the head of Young. Merrill will take third base on the throwing error. And the Padres now runners on the corners with Xander Bogaerts coming up.
It'll be an error. Beatty gets to it easy and he just sails this throw. Out of the hand, it was headed for the netting behind first base. It'll be first and third for Xander Bogaerts.
So the Mets providing the Padres a little bit of help here, and now can the Padres take advantage of the break? An infield hit and an error. And put 2 on with 2 out for Bogaerts. First pitch. And Xander will take the changeup low, ball 1. Bogaerts 2 out of 5 in his career against Luke Weaver. Snapped in 0 for 15 with a base hit his first time up. One and 0 to the Padres shortstop. Weaver will deliver, and Bogaerts swings, hits it in the air to left center field. Long run, Ewing on the move, will get there to make the catch and retire the side. Last lost his ball cap as he reached up to make the play, and Ewing a long run from one gap to the other to end the inning. No runs, a hit, an error, and 2 guys left on base. Head of the 9th inning. It's the Mets 7 and the Padres 2 on the Padres Radio Network.
When that San Diego Heat hit.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
I can whichever one.
I can feel every part of my body.
Market for basketball's biggest stage, available in all 50 states. Download Poly Market in the App Store. Use promo code FREE50 to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code FREE50. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
9th inning at Petco Park. It's the Mets 7 and the Padres 2, and the Pods make a pitching change here. Ron Marinaccio done, did some work. 2 1/3 innings. Allowed a run on a hit with a walk and 3 strikeouts. Marinaccio threw 36 pitches, 26 of which were strikes. 8 up, 7 outs worth of ball game here. And now turns it over to lefty Wandy Peralta. Soto, Young, and Ewing, all 3 left-handed batters coming up. First pitch, and Soto takes a fastball strike, 0-1. Pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change. Mets ahead 7-2. Trying to win this series, and they'll head back home to New York. Next pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Padres have to play tomorrow. They will host the Cincinnati Reds. Final 3 games of this homestand before heading back east yet again. 3 city road trips staring the Padres in the face. 1-1 pitch is a called strike 1-2. Padres just played a series, or a road trip, I should say, in Washington and Philadelphia. The major league city that sits between Washington and Philadelphia, of course, is Baltimore. And that's where the Padres' next trip begins. Pitch down and in, 2-2.
Flew right over it. Or I should say, bust right by it.
Right past it. I-95. The Met closer, Devin Williams, is warming in a non-save situation. Hasn't pitched in a while. Soto sends it in the air to left field. Straightaway, deep but playable. Taylor drifts back, squares it up, and about 10 feet in front of the track to make the catch. So it will appear as if Juan Soto will come and go without collecting a base hit in this 3-game series.
Sure, the folks in San Diego aren't upset about that.
One out, nobody on for Jared Young. Peralta's first pitch, swung on and tipped into the catcher's mitt, strike 1. Randy Vasquez started for the Padres, 4 runs, 8 hits in 4+. Yuki Matsui gave up 2 runs in an inning and 2/3. 1 is inside. Manchi Marinaccio ate up some ball game. He gave up the 1 run on the bench RBI triple. And obviously the Padre offense has once again struggled, but I think the story of this game actually, the way the Met offense just has applied constant pressure to them. Pitch is a strike 1-2. That said, only 2 runs for the Pods, and they came on 1 swing from Freddie Fermin in the 5th inning.
It's just been a constant barrage for the Mets offensively.
Down and in, 2-2.
Carson Bench has led the way from that standpoint, but as you said, it's every inning someone's been on, creating some type of pressure.
Padre pitching, literally, as Tony just said, has not had a 1-2-3 inning today. 2-2. Young checks, takes a little bit off the plate outside. That will fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch, and Young takes low ball 4. And it'll be challenged by Fermin.
Catcher is challenging.
So we'll look up to the big board here at Petco in left field, and it is low ball 4. So there will be no 1-2-3 inning here in the 9th. A 1-out walk, and A.J. Ewing will come to bat. Seven-2 Mets. Young at first, 1 down, top of the 9th inning. Lefty to lefty here, Peralta and Ewing. First pitch on the way is way outside. 1 ball, no strike. And now for me, going to go out and chat with Peralta. Based on body language as much as anything else, looked like a pep talk.
Yeah. Freddie's seeing something that trying to get Wandy to correct before it gets away from him.
1-0 pitch, and Ewing fouls it off behind home plate, 1-1. Seeing a guy on base against Peralta is not unusual, of course, but he is a ground ball master. And so is capable as anybody of getting himself out of that trouble. Here's the 1-1, and in the air foul out of play left side. Strike 2 to Ewing, who's 0 for 3 today, had the sac fly back in the 5th. In the bottom of the 9th, the Padres will have Bryce Johnson, Jace Bowen, and Samad Taylor due up. They're the fastest guys on the roster. The 1-2, Ewing hits it. Play left side again. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Young leading at first base, though. 1-2 from Peralta is taken downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mets are trying to climb their way up the National League East standings. Pitch is smacked foul the other way. They won 83 games last year. Just missed the postseason. And of course, 3 months into the year last year, they looked like a shoo-in for the playoffs. Good reminder of how much can change over the long and arduous summer. 2-2 is on the ground, foul behind third base coach Tim Leeper. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Great point. 3 months of the Mets just dominating the National League East last year. And talking about a full 180 in the second half of the season.
8th pitch of the at-bat is lined into right field. That'll get down in a base hit. Bowen plays it on the 1 hop. Young advances the 1 station. Great AB by young A.J. Ewing. First and second, 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. And now Peralta will face a right-handed hitter for the first time here in the top of the 9th inning, Marcus Semien.
Seen A.J. Ewing put together these type of at-bats really all series. It's the 1-2 changeup. It's elevated. Good stroke. Lines it in the right.
So Wandy didn't get his ground ball against Ewing. He'll try again here, and Semien pops one up into shallow right. Fernando racing straight back. It falls right between he and Boeing for the second base, not in time to try and force Ewing, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out on a bloop single the other way.
And in that Bermuda Triangle, no one able to get to it. Bowen tried to get it in quick to maybe get the force at second. That was offline, and got to load the bases up for Beatty.
So again, the Mets have just had guys on base all day long. Now 7 runs, 13 hits. They've gone 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position. First pitch, and Beatty takes inside ball 1. So as we said earlier, could be way worse. A couple more hits with RISP, and this is even uglier. For the moment, a 5-run game. 1-0, the pitch, and Beatty takes pretty much right down the middle of called strike 1-1. Beatty 1 out of 3 with a double, a walk, and a run scored. Peralta's gotten 1 out. He's thrown 22 pitches. Here's the 1-1. Beatty swings and misses. And now 1-2. Semien, Ewing, and Young take their leads as Peralta comes set. Lefty to lefty against Beatty. Here's the pitch, and a ground ball to the left side. Machado's got it coming home, and they'll get the force of Young at the plate. So that prevents a run from scoring. It remains 7-2. Beatty aboard on a fielder's choice. The bases are still loaded now with 2 outs, and MJ Melendez coming up.
And Manny recognizing that ball not hit all that hard. May have been tough to turn to, so grabs the runner at home. They get the force.
Yeah, as much as anything else, just knowing they probably can't afford to let another run score.
Yeah.
So they're loaded for Melendez, lefty to lefty. He takes a fastball strike, bottom of the zone, 0-1. Beatty at first, Semien at second, Ewing at third. Melendez hit his 4th home run of the season back in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss here, 0-2.
A sinker down and away. Quickly ahead, 0-2 for Wandy.
Peralta working hard here in this 9th inning, trying to leave them loaded. And now time called by the batter Melendez. 0-2. Peralta ready to pitch, and Melendez swings, pops it up mile high. Shallow right field. Tatis is back, calling everybody off, and he makes the catch to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, and the Mets leave them loaded. And at the bottom of the 9th at Petco Park, Padres trail it 7-2 on the Padres Radio Network.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Riley Green looking to add on and maybe take a lead. Riley Green, fly ball right center field. This one's deep. Watch it fly! Gone! How about it? Riley Green's first of the postseason delivers a 4-3 lead for the Tigers in the 6th.
Wow, just stayed on that breaking ball. Man, did he hammer that thing. That was 3/4 of the way up those seats out there in right center field.
Your go-to prediction market for basketball's biggest stage, available in all 50 states. Download Poly Market in the App Store. Use promo code FREE50 to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code FREE50. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the 9th inning. Padres coming to bat, trailing 7-2 in the rubber game of this series, and they will face the Met closer Devin Williams in a non-save situation. Obviously a 5-run game here, but Williams has not thrown in 6 days, so he'll get the opportunity to throw here. Bryce Johnson, Jace Bowen, and Samad Taylor are the guys due up, and if anybody reaches, it'll be Freddie Fermin, who has driven in the only 2 Padre runs of the day, a 2-run homer in the 5th. As your drive of the game brought to you by Jeep. With the Jeep Declaration of Deals, they are pledging their allegiance to the American people. 7-2 Mets. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Johnson takes, and the first pitch fastball for a strike, 0-1. We have seen Devin Williams as a Brewer. We have seen Devin Williams as a Yankee. We now see Devin Williams as a New York Met. The 0-1, Johnson takes, and a called strike, 0-2. There is the air bender.
Terrific changeup.
Nothing and 2 to Johnson. The pitch swung on and popped up on the infield. Everybody converging behind the mound. Bichette takes charge, and on the grass in front of second base, he'll make the catch. 1 away. We pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Padres Radio Network.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
Hey, this is Gavin Sheets from the San Diego Padres. You're listening to Padres Baseball on the Padres Radio Network.
An Odyssey Sports Station.
With Tony Gwynn Jr. and our producer engineer Dave Marcus, I'm Jesse Agla. 7-2 Mets, 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 9th. And Jace Bowen to face Devin Williams. Righty to righty, Williams' first pitch is a little bit in, ball 1, and a challenge by the catcher Torres.
Catcher challenging.
It's going to be close.
Oh, it's a strike, and by the slimmest of margins. So Bowen, instead of being ahead 1-0, will be down 0-1. As if it's not already hard enough against this guy. 0-1 pitch. And Bowen takes a fastball strike on the outer edge, 0-2. Williams gets his strikeouts, does a great job of limiting hard contact. He can certainly have trouble with walks at times. Throwing strikes today, though. 0-2, swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Goodness gracious. 2 down in the bottom of the 9th inning. And that is the kind of pitch you have to have if it's going to get its own nickname.
No doubt. Great deception on it. It's going over the top for out number 2.
So the Padres down to their final out get Samad Taylor to the dish. He's had a very, very nice game all the way around. 1 out of 2, a single, a walk, a run scored, some superlative defensive plays. First pitch, and Samad will take a fastball for strike 1. Family down from the LA area, getting to play in front of his grandmother for the first time as a major leaguer. The 0-1, Taylor takes low, ball and a strike. Seven to 2 Mets in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1-1, and Taylor watches that one bounce in the other batter's box, go all the way to the backstop. 2 balls and a strike on the Padre left fielder.
Tried one of those rare sliders that Devin Williams will very rarely throw, and maybe that's why.
I think he'd thrown one all year. Here's the 2-1, and Taylor checks his swing, takes inside. Teren's going to challenge it. Maybe like how Mason Miller does with the changeup. Right. This is the time to try.
No doubt.
So Teren's second challenge of the inning, and it was a ball, so he'll lose the Mets' final ABS review here. Yeah, I can see why he doesn't throw it.
Right. This is why this is also the perfect time to experiment with it.
3-1 to Taylor, and he takes outside ball 4. 2-out walk issued to Samad Taylor. That will get Freddie Fermin to the dish. Freddie has a 2-run homer again here today. The only 2 runs the Padres have scored. That made it 4-2 in the 5th inning. The Padres were feeling great, but the Mets answered right back in the 6th. Melendez and Bench hit solo home runs to re-extend the lead, make it 6-2. It is now 7-2. This pitch on the way. Runner goes, and a ball outside, 1-0. Taylor takes second base unopposed. The 1-0 pitch, and Fermin takes a fastball strike. 94 near the outside corner, 1-1 from Devin Williams. Taylor at second, 2 outs, 7-2 Mets in the bottom of the 9th inning. Fermin waits as Williams comes set, a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch, and Fermin takes way outside, 2-1. Mentioned Williams' occasional issues with the walks. They generally kind of seem to come in bunches. He just walked Taylor, remember. A couple of outings ago against the Reds, he issued 3 walks. Time before that in Miami, 2 walks. 2-1 pitch, hard hit on a line, over the third baseman, Beatty, and down the line. Taylor will race home and score easily. Fermin's on his way to second base. Melendez throw not in time. An RBI double for Freddie Fermin as he drives in another, and it's 7-3 here in the 9th.
Literally been the Freddie Fermin show offensively. 2-run homer to give the Padres the only 2 runs before this RBI double gives the Padres their 3rd run.
So the Padres down by 4 and down to their final out. Have a runner on second for Tatis. Williams' first pitch, and Fernando looks way outside, ball 1.
That's bullpen already getting some action out there.
There is life in the crowd as the Padres have scored here in the 9th. And now Tatis takes the changeup for a strike, 1-1. Lefty David Peterson is the guy throwing. And you almost wonder if that's a Gavin Sheets insurance policy. Sheets is on the bench. Here's the 1-1. Tatis checks, takes outside, ball 2.
I think that's pretty accurate. Giving it up just in case. Maybe also as a backup plan if Williams ends up throwing too many pitches. He's at 19 right now.
2-1 to Fernando. The pitch on the way. And Tatis takes on the outside corner for a called strike, 2-2. So the Padres now down to their final strike with Fermin at second, 2 away in the bottom of the 9th inning. The amount of movement on that changeup is really nothing. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fernando swings and misses at the changeup, strike 3, and the ball game is over. Padres get 1 in the 9th, thanks, of course, to Freddie Fermin. But the Mets have come to town. They take 2 out of 3, and the final score here today, 7-3. Take a break, come back, give you some final thoughts and the totals on the Padres Radio Network.
Hey player, Hamul Casino Resort is all for you. Hamul Spa, just named one of the top 100 spas in America. Starlight Pool, with its epic SoCal views, a full bar, poolside bites, and day passes now available. The new hotel tower with some seriously luxurious suites and a super secret speakeasy. It's the mini vacay you've been craving. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place. Book your experience at Hamul Casino.